Hello everyone, I'm here driving for a pickup for my new channel, Wild Will's Adventures. You might be saying to yourself, new channel? Yes, unfortunately I found something out the other day that smoking, cigar-based channels on YouTube are not monetized. Now I didn't start the channel because I want to be rich and famous. I started it because I have passions that I want to share with people. But let's face the facts here and get real. I want to be monetized. I would love to be monetized. But as I said, I can't be monetized with a channel that's about smoking. So I'm going to have two channels. I'm going to have a cigar with Wild Will, which will be my cigar-based channel. I will do things and have experiences that are cigar-based with that channel. But my other channel, Wild Will's Adventures, will be for things I want to do that can be monetized, such as the boat build. So anything I do with the boat build will be on my new channel. Basically, it breaks down to this. If it has to do with smoking and cigars, it's going to be on the Have a Cigar channel. If it's something that I want to share with everyone that's fun, different, an adventure, it's going to be on Wild Will's Adventures. That's just how it's going to have to be because, like I said, I'm a realist. I want to be monetized, but I don't want to stop the cigar-based content. So, subscribe to both channels. You'll get whatever adventures I'm on, regardless. Remember, light them if you got them. And I don't have a tagline yet for Wild Will's Adventures. You'll have to check that channel out to get my tagline there. Okay, we'll see you on whatever channel you want to subscribe to. Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode. But this is not an episode of Have a Cigar with Wild Will. This is the first episode of Wild Will's Adventures. And I'm off to pick up a couple of boat motor replacements. I still have not decided if I'm going electric or gas. I would love to go electric, but I'm going to go and get a couple of lawnmowers for free so that I have backups. One of the engines, guy says doesn't work. One of them, he says, does indeed work, but he has a problem where a bolt is stuck in it. Either way, I'm headed out, and it's going to take me a little while to get there. I'm driving, as you can probably tell, and I'm going to go get these gas engines for free, and we'll see if I can make one of them work. And it's always good to have a backup, even though I would love to go electric. Like I said, it's always good to have a backup. As you can probably tell, I'm driving. I'm off to pick up a couple of free lawnmowers. Well, one free lawnmower and one free engine. I haven't decided fully if I'm going with an electric or gas. I would love to do electric for the boat, but it's always good to have a backup. So I'm going to pick up, like I said, a couple of free lawnmower engines. They're preferred in a conversion from a prior gas engine because they have a vertical shaft. So I've got a bit of a drive, and as you can see, I'm driving, so I'm going to head out and get them. It's raining yet again. And to that effect, it's been raining a lot lately, and I have not done much with the kayaks themselves, at least outdoors, because the weather's been really horrible. I've been doing a lot of indoor stuff, mostly painting. And painting's boring, so I haven't filmed that, but I am going to show you what I've been working on. I'll take you outside to the back deck so that you can see what I've done, and I'll fill you in on that. The magic of editing. 3, 2, 1. Here I am on my back deck, out of the car, in the wonderful, still craptastic weather, with an update on what I've been working on while I haven't been filming. So to start off, we have 2 transoms. The big one for the main engine, and the little one for a trolling motor that I hope to have one day. Next we have these, believe it or not, one-time styrofoam coolers that I have painted and sealed and will be using as storage units under deck in the boat. In the front here we have our carved and water treated and sealed main connector beam. And finally we have our, again, painted and sealed with polyurethane seat posts for the casting chairs for the boat, which will be topped by these 2 seats here, which I'm going to fix up a little, get some vinyl and leather repair and get those fixed up and be ready to go. I am tracing out around this washer on this silicone mat, and I'm going to cut each one of these out so that when I go to put something through the hull of the boat, I can have a silicone barrier behind the head of whatever it is. A screw, a washer, a screw, a bolt, whatever it is, and I'll have a washer on top of it so it will secure down the washer. The washer will press down on the silicone. Silicone forms very well to stuff, and I will have a waterproof seal. Time to keep tracing. Time to start cutting them out. I have finished cutting out all the little silicone circles. I have more than 50 now, which may or may not be enough for my project. But the good news is I got for free 6 of those silicone mats. So if I need any in the future, I will have more than enough material to create new ones. For most of the last week or so, what I've been working on is trying to get this free lawnmower engine working. And as of this morning, I got it to fire off of starter fluid, and I was gonna go ahead and start it up and see how it ran when I realized I didn't have a way to shut it down. So I have to install a kill switch so that I can shut the motor off if I start it. As you can see, I am inside, and the weather is, as I like to say, still craptastic out there here in New England. Don't know if or when it's ever going to stop raining. But I'm inside, and I want to start this up. I just want to make sure that it runs. But to do so, I have to have a way to shut it down. And if I don't put on a kill switch, this thing will run forever, or until it runs out of fuel. But to do a kill switch, you need to ground the coil. So I'm using the old wire that came with it from the lawnmower setup as a start. And I'm going to add my own wire. I'm going to ground it to the block. Then when I need to, I can just touch the two wires together, which theoretically should create a ground situation, and have the motor turn off. So we're going to test that theory out. I would still love to do electric, but I do not have the money or the skill yet to do that. Gas is a heck of a lot easier for me. I will buy a kill switch to install, which will be simple pull type. It'll have a lanyard that connects to a, lack of a better term, key that slips into a switch that when the key comes out of the switch, let's say you're running down the water and you fall off the boat, and this pulls the little key clear of the switch, it shuts the motor off, kills the motor. And I think in most places it's required to have that if you're running with an outboard. You don't want the boat running away on you, running you back over. Just the best thing is to just have the motor just stop. Now I've got to find a nut, screw in somewhere on the block here. So this here is the connection to the coil. This was on here with the original motor connected, this original lawnmower motor, and it was connected to a lever that would shut it off. When built this little wooden stand, because as you can see there's a big shaft that comes off the bottom here. Didn't need to have that just sitting there trying to rotate, aimlessly about and whatnot when I was working on it. Okay, I found a screw that'll work in the hole in the block. This is only temporary. I'll figure out something more permanent when I get the actual kill switch and lanyard. This should work. Okay, so I have a bare end here, I've got a bare end here. Now I just need to put the cover back on and give it a couple of pumps in the fuel and pull and see what happens. Now let's pick up my mess before I make it worse. Yeah, I always try to pick up your mess before you make it worse. I've had so many times, done something like, oh, I'll pick that up after I'm done, and knocked it over and sent nuts and bolts and stuff flying, and it's never fun to pick up more than you had intended. See, that only took a couple moments, and now I'm clear. Ladies and gentlemen, miracles will never cease. It has stopped raining here in the Northeast after God knows how many days. There's no rain. I'm flabbergasted. Anyways, finally time to test if this sucker will fire. Well, nothing to do but get to it. Let's prime it a few times. Give it a couple pulls here. Come on. Spark plug is on, right? That spark plug's there. Find it. Ah! What's keeping it from starting? That's not grounded anywhere. Wonder if it's just cold. It is chilly out here. Do I have gas in it? Yes, there is gas. I knew there was gas. I just thought I'd check. It started. It ran. It's running rough, but it's running. Now I gotta check if the kill switch works. Yes, the kill works. As soon as I wire that in here, I'll have the switch for the ground. But cool. Well, folks, it's running. It needs a little work, I think. Maybe it's old gas, maybe it's just hasn't run in forever. Just remember, make all your adventures safe and fun. See you next time.